Know how to eat. That's the my dad wants me to summarize what we were just talking about going on to the other side into the spirit world and stuff like that, and we got into this topic through our chickens. Two of our chickens that passed away, or one of our chickens is a young chicken, and I was talking to it, and it died quickly, and it was a young one. This young one didn't came to a spiritual walk. This young one um came to a still trying to learn how to eat and walk around and figuring out its own routine and stuff like that, and a spiritual walk, where it wants to go to find the food, where the bugs are during the wet time and during the dry time, finding the bugs. So she died too soon. She didn't got to that point. So she just moved on and got took into the light real quick onto the other side. And the other chicken, she had a routine. She knew where she was going to go and get some food, and she went. She had a routine going down below to the top and everywheres. And she got taken out quickly too. She died, and her head taken off and stuff like that by a chicken hawk because the chicken hawk didn't want adrenaline blood chicken. That's the other side. But the chicken, she was kind of confused, and she had a routine going, and now she's spirit, and she couldn't figure out what's really going on here. Like, I was doing my thing and now I'm gone, or I can't have a physical effect on this world. She was pecking at some bugs and couldn't actually get any bugs, and she was like, I'm not, this is confusing. she she went to the chicken coop and tried to sit down with her friends and realize she's not there beside them. They can't feel her, doesn't they don't even recognize her. She tried pecking at them and they're not doing nothing to her. So it took her about 3 days to recognize this, and so she moved on to the other side. There was a light that came that she was recognized that she can take a part of. So she went into this light. It came on like a flash of a camera light, and she just zoomed on in. Now, what I saw on the other side of the veil, because my dad asked me, well, what does God say about the other side of this veil? And that's who I'm talking to, the etheric God, the one that's in between of everything. He's the one that opens up all veils and closes all veils. Um, so what this other side of the veil looks like is like the chicken life will go to a planetary type of planet. I mean, not really a planet, but a congregation area of only chickens, consciousness of chickens, how they communicate. So God could talk to them, talk to that individual spirit on where to go from here for that chicken. And like for a dog and for humans and stuff like that, where we can go to the other side of the veil where God could talk to us in our language and see where we can go to. So what he does up there, as an image I got, was the balance of a feather and your heart, your energy heart. You ain't alive with just your heart alone. You're alive because your energy, your spirit, pumps your heart to pump, to grow, to live. So that part goes to the other side where it gets balanced with a feather. It doesn't get balanced. That's where people think it's judgment. It's not judgment. Your heart goes onto a scale so God can see, where do you want to go? If your heart's heavy, then you got things that you want to get on board with. There's things that you want to go. If your heart's light, then you want a restful area to be in. So that's like another planetary or somewhere else. You're at peace. So he could put you in a different galaxy, a different Milky Way or something like that, or stuff like that. If your heart's heavy, he'll put you back in Earth or Venus or Neptune or wherever your spirit is calling for. And there's people out there that when they see the light, they don't go into it because of religion. As messing with them because they're thinking, I'm gonna go to hell because I done certain things that I felt guilty for. So because you feel guilty, you don't want to go into the light. Well, you're messing with yourself to not go into the light. You're not going to God. You're staying with yourself and wallowing in your own blood. For God said, I see you wallow in your blood. I say to you, live. And that's what he means. He wants you to have no fear in anything you do. Go forth and trust in him. And or trust in yourself is what he really wants you to do. He doesn't really care if you trust in any God beings or anything. He wants you to trust in yourself. If you see something wrong, he wants you to try to figure out how you can fix it. Do something about it. You know. So on the other side, it's a balancing of a heart, but with the feather. Where does your spirit want to go?
Where did that chicken go?
To the other side? What do you mean?
Where did he go when he went and got evaluated? Where's the chicken
Oh, the chicken now is he went to another body. Went to another body somewheres and on Earth, another place on Earth.
now? What body?
I don't know. It seemed like she's she's on dry land. So somewhere's on dry land is where she went to. I can't tell what type of animal. She might have been a turkey. She might have came back as a turkey. She might have had a connection with the turkeys. That's what I'm feeling. She might have went back into a turkey. So, I mean, see how your spirit will go to the other side and it continues on back through. Is it reincarnation? I ain't gonna say it's reincarnation. It's just your spirit never dies. Your energy essence always there.
Come into human form. Is that her goal? Is that where?
It depends on where she wants to go. Her next life might be a dragonfly. So I don't know. It's all about where. There's not a building up in life or building down. Sometimes there's a there's a spirit that goes into a dragonfly, and then when the dragonfly dies, it goes into a blue whale. You see the difference? It's just on the spiritual life in that individual. Sometimes they need an extravagant change. They lived a life of a dragonfly being concealed in a small area that they want to just get out. So their spirit is so heavy, they want to just they're heavy with purpose. You know, some are just so heavy with purpose. What is my purpose? I need to get in deep. Get in deep. I was once light. I need to be strong, deep in myself. So they put you in a blue whale. God will put you in a blue whale or some big whale, you know, or however, any fish of the sea, whatever it might be. But there's been spirits like that. So
Makes sense.
you could be an insect one day, and then you'll be a giant giraffe for the next 40 years. You see?
All right. That's
So,
pretty cool.
yeah.